Good morning, all. Very beautiful. Good morning to all.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, am I audible now? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Good, guys. So now we'll discuss, guys, our concept. So our framework name is Django framework, guys. So Django framework here. Django framework. Okay. So before discussing this one, so I'm going to give myself some introduction. So I'm teaching here, guys, Django framework in our Durga software. Okay, in Durga software solutions. So from last 5 years onwards, I'm teaching, guys. Okay, so I'm doing as well as same time professional work also I'm doing. Okay, so here Django and REST API majorly I'm teaching, guys, in our institute. Django framework, and after the Django extension is there, Django REST framework also. So that is totally by myself only telling REST API. Okay, that is a real time, is a real time, very giving very helpful is there using the Django REST API. Okay, and using the Django, what we can do, what is the use of Django, these all things now here in these demo sessions we will discuss, guys. Okay, so here in our course duration, guys, in our course duration, so 45 days we are going to discussing this all course. So based on your performance, guys, so 1 week time extending or exact time we can close it. Okay, day to day what you are doing practice, that is important. So regularly after completing the session, I'm going to send what concept we are completing here today, what concept we are discussing, that concept related class notes material and text material, and also videos you are also getting, guys. Okay, and what projects we are doing in the regular session, those all projects also you are going to get to your mail for the practice purpose. Okay na? So by taking my code as a reference, you need to do it by yourself only, not copy paste. Then only you are going to becoming like a good programming developer. Clear this one? So while discussing this one regularly, day to day concepts wise we are discussing. Once completing all the basic concepts, guys, all concepts, Django related concepts after completing, so end of the day projects also we are going to do real time project. Okay na? So I'll take care some projects, guys. So in all my batches I'm telling different batches. So like these all things, some kind of projects, guys. Okay, so here how we are designing, for example, this is a single line is there, single row, in that row 3 columns there. So in one row how we are designing like a multiple columns, in every column again 2 sections wise I created. So like these all things how we are going to be designing. Okay na? So this kind of applications, images how we are getting, and so many existing projects there, guys. Using the existing projects, how we are going to be developing our required project. So from the Google, I will show you parallelly from the Google how we are taking existing code and how we are going to developing our code. Okay, so this kind of projects I will show you already existing projects, and using that one how we are designing like that I will discuss, guys, clearly. So some kind of projects like using the Django, nothing but backend, guys. Along with backend, front end also we are going to use. So in our course, totally front end related, backend related, everything we are going to be discussing, guys. Okay na? So majorly we are discussing here. Majorly we are discussing here backend related coding, Python and Python related backend coding. Already you are learning Python. So Python, after the Python, using that Python knowledge, how we are going to be developing this Django framework related coding. That is we are going to be discussing, guys. Okay, so while discussing Django related coding, front end also HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, these all kinds also I'm going to be discussing. So more full fledged, if you want to learn about the UI technologies, so there is separate batches there, guys, UI courses related. So UI courses related, separate batches there. Okay, so you are going to be learning about that one. You need to join UI courses. You can learn more completely about the UI courses. So here we are going to discussing more about the Django framework backend code. While discussing Django code, what required front end code, that is only I'm going to be discussing. Okay, so some sessions, 3-4 sessions only for the front end I will take it. Okay, and regularly while developing the applications, so all the front end with the back end how we are going to be communicating. So we will discuss, guys. Clear this one? So this is one project, guys. This is one project. So like this, some projects we can discuss, guys. So after opening this one, first I'm giving this introduction. Later we will start about our Django, guys. So this is kind of social kind of project, social media related project. So here our company related logos, brand images we can display, guys, like this way brand images we can display. And then here this is one application, guys. People can do registration with this application and they will do login. After login they can see home page, guys. They can see home page. So in the home page all articles there, guys. This is one article. So so and so person and so and so data created this article. Article title is MySQL. About the MySQL, big paragraph you can create whatever the content you want. Okay, na? So every article title, article information, and when posted and who posted, and posted person profile pic also. In our WhatsApp, guys, regularly we are changing the profile pics. Same like you can also updating these profile pics regularly whatever you want. Got it? So all users, all authors posted articles available here, guys. All the posts are available here. All the posts are available here. And then here pagination concepts we are getting. So what is the pagination? These all things coming days you will get it, guys. So whenever I'm clicking here, something you are going to get. Okay. So here first button, previous button, next button, last button, and numbers all are going to changing. Okay. So next here login page, whenever I'm clicking login, then login page you are going to get, guys. So login page you are going to get. And here this is the screen, guys. Single screen. This screen I divided like two pieces. This is the piece one and this is the piece two. Left side piece, right side piece. So whatever the menu I'm clicking, so that menu related content only displaying. Login, next register page, next about page. Like this all the pages you are getting only here. How we are going to be sharing this code, how we are going to dividing a screen as multiple frames, and this is the header piece, guys, header part, and this is the footer part. Okay, so for every menu this header code and footer code is common. So how we are going to reusing this existing code for every HTML, instead of writing in every HTML one time only we are writing, and we will reuse, guys, existing code. We will reuse. And here some links I'm providing. Whatever the link I'm clicking, guys, whatever the link I'm clicking, so that link related information displaying here. Every operation going to be performing here only, guys. Every operation going to be performing so here only. Okay, so now here multiple questions and each question whenever clicking we can display content like that. We can design, guys. We can design. So this kind of projects we will do. So here when people are going to do posting, guys, some articles, so this article when they are trying to post, they should be login. If login only, then can create posts. Okay. So if you want to do login, they need to do register. Without login, without register, the people are unable to posting the records. And later whenever I'm trying to do delete this one or update this one, login must be required. Only login persons can do updating, can do deleting, can creating records. If you are not login, only can see. By default, all people can see records, guys. For example, your Facebook application you can take, guys. Your Facebook account, you are registering Facebook and you are login Facebook. If successfully login, then you will go inside the Facebook page. Otherwise, invalid page, username, password wrong, like that message is coming. Same like here also. Whenever you are trying to do login, so if not correct details you are giving, then error messages showing. Okay, na? Friendly messages, user friendly messages we are going to be displaying. So after login, what you can do, guys, you can upload images, you can comment for others related posts, guys. But other posted images we are unable to update, we are unable to delete. Just we are able to see. So this all information we are going to handle in this project, guys. Okay, na? So before doing this project, first we are going to learn all the concepts related to Django, guys. Once that concept completing, by using all the concepts we are going to be designing applications. So this one and this one and this one, like lot of applications we are going to do, guys. Clear? everyone. So every day to day, I will send material and links. I will give you video links and also projects what we are doing project in our session. So that code I will share to your mail. All people mails I'll take it, guys. I'll take all mails from you, and later I will share all the code day to day after completing 2 session. Clear, everyone? So I'll tell that these all regions, guys. Right. So now. So can you see? So Django framework. This is the framework name is Django, guys. A Python related framework. This one. So Django is purely developed by using the Python language only. So if you want to learn this Django framework, what are the prerequisites? What are the prerequisites? Means Python language. Only Python language is enough, guys. Python language is required. Python language is required, okay, to learn Django framework. Python language is required to learn Django framework, guys. To learn Django framework. So guys, here one point. So some people are parallelly learning Python and Django also. That is up to your level, your capability, your learning capability. So Python, if not completing also, no problem. Django you can learn easily. But Python minimum basics you need to know, guys. Core Python related minimum basics you need to know. What is that means? In the Python indentation we are following, guys. In the Python installation is how we are doing, and indentation we are following. And here for loops, something loops we are writing, guys. Data types there, list, dictionary, some data types. So list and dictionary most of the times we are going to use in Django. Okay, so the concepts which we are using in the Python, guys, those all concepts whenever required we are using in the Django framework. And Django framework is having separate architecture, guys. According to that architecture we are going to discussing, we are going to be developing application. So Python if not completing also no problem, don't worry, but minimum basics required. What is that? Is minimum basic means in Python functions how writing, so functions by using the def keyword we are writing, guys. Functions by using def keyword followed by function name, for example deposit. Okay, na? So so deposit like this you are writing, I say this is called indentation. So same level and number of lines code we can write. So functions how we are writing, and variables how creating, a equal to 10 like this, guys. Variables how writing, and Python strings, guys. S equal to, for example, hello. Python strings concept, string concept. So like this some basic things, guys. For loops how we are writing, for I in list, then you are going to do something logics here. Clear this one? So like this some minimum basic things if you are knowing, that is enough for learning the Django framework. In Django framework totally different things you are going to get, guys, based on the Python basics. Basics. Clear? So one point finally remember, even though you are not completing Python, don't worry, you can learn Django. Minimum basics if you are completing, that is enough to learn the Django framework. So without joining the Python course, guys, Python language, so if anyone if joining Django course, that is difficult to understanding. Okay, na? So minimum basics you need to complete 15 to 20 days course. If completing, that is enough to learn the Django framework. Then both parallelly you can complete. Guys. Guys, in my previous session, Python, Django, and the REST framework. After the Django, one more framework is the REST framework. So all together at a time, some people joined because of less time. Okay, they got job, guys. So as a fresher, so management people, company people given 2 months time. Within these 2 months you need to complete your courses like that. So that's why one by one if they are joining means a lot of time is required. That's why all parallelly they planned. Okay, na? So like some people based on their requirement they are joining. So that is all your ways. Okay, so Django learning purpose, Python basic knowledge is required, that is enough. So even though if you don't know front end related HTML, CSS, those things, even though you don't know ABC of basic knowledge of HTML, don't worry, I will take care of that one. Everything I will take care, guys. HTML basics, CSS basics, everything from starting onwards, I will teach you. Okay, na? Python basics you need to learn while you are learning the Python language only. So clear this point, all of you? Yeah. So Django framework, first, what is a framework, guys? Django is a framework. So what is a framework? What is software? What is the use of framework? Like these general terms we need to discuss, guys, first of all. So first one is what is a program? What is program? What is program? So what is, guys, program? What is program means? So program is nothing but a set of instructions. Simply one word answer I'm giving, guys. You will get it full clarity, full definition in material. So a set of instructions, guys. Set of instructions. Set of instructions or collection of instructions are called program. Are called program. So set of instructions means a group of lines, guys. A group of instructions. So where every instruction having some meaning, guys. For example, I want to do addition.py. I want to take two numbers. I want to performing addition, guys. So add.py. I'm taking like one program on Python file. So in Python file extension is .py we are taking, guys. In Python you are getting this knowledge. So any file name .py, like that Python files we are going to create. Now my file name is addition add.py. Add.py. So here my intention is what? I want to take two numbers, number one, number two, and I want to find addition of both numbers. I want to return result. Okay. So in Python, how we are going to take the numbers? So variables, using the variables. A equal to 10 value, guys. Next, b equal to 20 value you are writing. In Python, variables we are writing like this, guys. So next, c equal to a plus b. You are going to adding sum. So a plus b, both values you are adding. That result we are assigning to c variable. Here 10 value we are assigning to a variable, 20 value assigning to b variable, and a plus b addition value we are assigning to c variable. Next, I want to print this result, guys. So in Python, by using the print method, we are going to print the result. Clear this one? So now this is one addition.py, guys. So using this add.py, we are going to take two numbers and both numbers we are adding here, and then we are printing here. So here every line is having some meaning, guys. In this first line, what is having, okay, what is going here? 10 value assigned to a variable. Next 20 value assigned to b variable. For every instruction, some memory is going to create, guys, internally. So 10 value memory is created. This memory is identified by variable a. Variable a. Okay, na? So like that. Now here a and b value we are adding. This is a addition operator, guys. Okay, and then that result we are assigned to c variable. So here add a and b values and assign that value to the c variable. Instruction is going. And next, whatever the value is there in the c variable, that is we are going to print. So print method is going to return this response to the console. Okay. So like this, every instruction having meaning, guys. So set of instructions are called program. Totally by using this add.py program, we are going to be finding two numbers sum. Clear, guys? This one, everyone. So now what is software, guys? Second one is what is software. Software is nothing but a set of programs. Set of instructions are called program, guys. Set of programs are called software. Collection of programs are called software. For example, this addition.py, guys, this one. Next, subtraction.py is there. Subtraction.py is there. So for example, I'm going to take a sub.py, simply assumption. So here also you're going to take the same variables, guys. So a equal to 20 is there, for example. So next, b equal to Now b equal to 10 is there, guys. Okay, so wait, here you can take it a equal to 20 is there, b equal to 10 is there. Next c equal to a minus b is there. Next using the print, guys, using the print you are going to print the result. So here subtraction value, a and b value, subtraction a and b subtraction value we are going to be printing. Next multiplication value, a and b multiplication values, and a and b division values you are writing, guys. This is doing addition, this is doing subtraction, this is doing multiplication, and another one is doing division. Okay, another one is doing division, guys. So div.py shortcuts I'm taking. So here every program is doing some operations, guys. So collection of these all programs, called software. So this is nothing but a calculator software, calculator.py I'm taking, guys. So simply calculator software you can consider, calculator software. In the calculator software we are going to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, like these all things we are going to be performing, guys. Okay na? So in the front end side one calculator application how we are designing also I will show you, guys, coming days. So entire same like calculator how it is displaying. So all numbers 1 2 3 like this, every number displaying, all the symbols also displaying. Whatever the number we are selecting and whatever the symbol we are selecting, that operation is going to be performing and result is going to display on the screen only. So these all things practically I will show you, guys, with HTML, CSS, Bootstrap plus JavaScript. All combination we will do it. Clear? So here set of programs, group of programs called software, nothing but calculator software, guys. Calculator software. So that is the definition, guys. What is program? What is software? What is software? So you need to remember that one. So set of programs, are called software. So our Django framework is also a software, guys. Django is also a one software. Using that Django software we are going to be developing web applications, another applications we can developing. Using one software we can developing the another softwares, guys. These another softwares we are calling the programs, or else applications we are calling. Websites or applications we are calling, guys. So using the Django, guys, using the Django framework we can developing the so many kind of web applications, like Amazon application, Flipkart application, Zomato application, and Swiggy application, BookMyShow application. Okay, like n number of applications we can designing using the Django framework only. Why required, why we are going to use Django only, why not other frameworks? So this thing slowly we will discuss later. Slowly we will discuss, guys. Now here, guys, so Django framework is completely 100% purely developed by using the Python language only. Django framework is purely developed by using the complete Python language only. So that's why to learn this Django framework Python knowledge is required, and also Python installation is required. Using the Python only Django is working. Clear this point? So remember that one. And also nowadays, guys, if you want to developing any application, so totally 3 layers required, guys. To developing any application 3 layers required. I can see right now this one. So this is the front end layer, guys. Front end layer and back end layer and database layer. 3 layer architecture is required, guys. 3 layers. So this is the presentation layer, presentation part of our application, guys. Next this is business code, guys. We are going to write business code we are writing, presentation code we are writing top side, and database code we are writing. Okay, so presentation, any application you can take, guys. Nowadays in our mobile everybody is using smart mobiles, guys. Nowadays in our mobile hundreds of applications there, guys. hundreds of applications there. Every application having some presentation, and using that presentation, whenever we are clicking or something, then backend logics executing, okay. And whenever we are sending the data, guys, for example, Facebook, you can take it. So at the time of doing registration, Facebook registration page is displayed, that is presentation. Using that presentation, let's keep mute all speakers. You all guys keep mute your speakers. Somebody is unmuted your speaker. Please can mute your speaker. Can mute, guys, your speaker. Kiran Kumar. See, when I am saying keep mute your speaker, if you are put mute, I will discuss continually. Otherwise, others people getting the disturbance, guys. So after the end of this session, guys, I will interact with you guys. You can discuss all your doubts regularly. 10 to 15 minutes, I will interact with you related to subject. Okay. So now here presentation code, guys. Presentation code we are going to be developing here. So to developing the presentation code, guys, so UI technologies must be required. UI technologies means HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, like so many are there, guys. So by using these all technologies, we are going to developing the presentation code. Next, business code, guys. So business code we are going to be developing. Business code, if you want to develop in, we need to learn at least one language, guys. At least one language. That language is Python or Java or .NET, whatever you want, guys. So at least one language, that is Python already you are learning. So Python related means language related at least one framework. That framework is Django. Any languages, guys, Python, if you are taking Python related framework is Django, and the Java language, if you are taking Java related frameworks, Spring, Struts, Hibernate, like so many are there. So you need to learn at least one language and that language related one framework. Then using that language and language related framework, we can designing the business code of our applications. Next, database code, guys. Database code. So if you want to developing the, if you want to use the database related for your application, database if you want to use for your application, then at least we need to know knowledge about the one database. For example, MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB. Nowadays MongoDB is more trending one. So we will discuss about the MongoDB also, guys. Okay, na? So any one database knowledge is also required. Knowledge is also required. So guys, the people who are working here, guys, the people who are going to work on here, so these people we are calling the front end team, guys. Front end team, front end developer we are calling front end developer. And the people who are working on this business code part, guys, we are calling the back end developer. Backend developer. And the people who are working on this database side, guys, simply we are calling DB developer. Clear? Some people only they knows front end, guys. So those people are calling front end developer. Some people only they knows business code, Python and Python related Django like that. They don't know about the front end. Then we are calling the backend developer. Some people only working on this database side. We are calling the database developer, DB developers. But some people, guys, some people can develop all front end, back end, and database all together, guys. Only some people are able to developing all three things: UI coding, business coding, and database coding. Then those persons we are calling full stack, guys. Full stack developers. Full stack developers. Full stack developers. Nowadays, this full stack is getting more demanding, guys. So full stack developers are getting more demanding nowadays. Means you are only able to developing the presentation code of your application. You are only going to developing the backend code of your application. You are only going to handling the database also for your application. Got it? So that's why you need to becoming slowly as a full stack developer, guys. You need to becoming slowly as a full stack developer. So here our main intention is what? Our main intention is how to developing this business code. How to developing this business code while learning this business code related concepts. So guys, for example, Facebook registration page is there. So users, normal users, guys, here one user person is there. So users always interacted, users always interacted with the front end, guys. Using the presentation, people are going to interacted with our backend code. So using this UI technologies, registration page we are developing, guys. Coming days we will develop registration pages, login pages, all. So using that registration page, your first name, your last name, date of birth, email, address, all you are giving, and you are submitting button. Whenever we are submitting, guys, now our presentation is communicating with backend code. So in this backend, using the Django concepts, using the Django technology, so we are going to accepting user sending data from the HTML using the UI. Now this data we are sending to the database to store permanently, guys. When you are going to do registration, the data is available in the Facebook database, guys. Facebook registration, when you are doing in the Facebook database, available our credentials. Later whenever you are trying to log in with Facebook, guys, so existing registration names, passwords can use that Facebook. If already this login person username password is there in database, you are able to do login. Otherwise it is going to do it is going to return one error. Okay? So that's why for the future purpose, user sending data we are going to store in the database. Now database giving confirmation to the backend after creating data. Now our backend data giving confirmation to the presentation. Yes, your registration is done successfully, like that. Now this message can see by users. Then users can understanding, yes, my registration is done successfully. Clear, guys? So like this, in our coming days, all together, presentation, backend and database, all together we are going to be discussing, we are going to be learning. So majorly we are doing this one, guys. So while discussing this Django coding, so presentation with Django, how we are communicating, presentation with the business code, how we are doing. That is, we will do some programs. Later, business code to database, how we are going to do communicating. So this is also we are going to discussing. Once completing all things, then by combining all things we are going to do some more applications. Got it? So for the database related, guys, so regularly we are going to use the MySQL DB we are going to use. And we have one session that time I'll tell more clearly how to downloading, where to downloading, how to installing, and these all things I'll take care. And after installing, how to creating tables, how to creating the data, updating data, deleting data, like everything we will discuss. Clear, guys? So after discussing sometimes, guys, with MySQL, and we will discuss about the MongoDB also. In my session I will tell about the MongoDB. This is nowadays more trending DB. Okay, so what is the use of MongoDB, how we are communicating, these all things we will discuss, guys. So generally Java side people are doing practice with Oracle DB, guys. Oracle DB. .NET side people are doing practice with SQL Server, and Python side people are doing practice with MySQL. Generally, guys. So if you are following any tutorials in the YouTube or Google, so Python tutorials are using the MySQL DB, Java side tutorials using the Oracle DB, and .NET side tutorials using the SQL Server. General flow, guys. So that's why we are also going to discussing about the MySQL regularly. Got it? So at the end of the day, you are going to do becoming like a full stack developer. And one more point, guys, our main intention is this one: Django code, how we are developing, using Django, how we are interacting to database, using Django, how we are interacting to presentation. That is our target. So more clearly, I want to learn about the UI technologies, means there is separate UI batches going, guys. Separate UI batches going. So you need to join that one. Completely I want to learn about the database. I want to becoming like a DB developer, means separate databases courses also going, DB courses. Clear guys? So when you are going to learn this Django related, all UI and backend database related also, together we are discussing and more focusing on the Django only. Clear this one? So in our mobile, hundreds of applications there. Any application you can take it, guys. All applications required both front end business code and back end code, database code, all together required. So this back end code how we are developing, that is we are going to learn here mainly. Clear this one? So three technologies, guys: presentation technology, backend technology, database technology. All together we need to learn. That is becoming like a full stack developer. In your resume, if you are adding, guys, your role as a full stack developer, then your resume is getting more weightage and you are going to get more interview calls to crack the interview purpose. That is important, guys. And in your resume, MongoDB, if you are adding also, more interview calls you are going to get, guys. So why you are getting, how we are going to handle about the MongoDB, we will discuss later clearly. And these all are databases, guys. Every database having some real-time tools, guys. GUI tools there, graphical user interface tools there. So here in MySQL, everything commands we need to write, guys. Select star from table name like that. But using the GUI, no need to write the queries. Just the user interaction important by clicking something buttons. So for MongoDB, for MySQL, what GUI tools there? How we are going to use those GUI tools, we will discuss in our coming sessions. Clear all of you? Yeah, guys. So different languages there, guys, and different frameworks there for every language related, for every languages related. So languages and frameworks. What are the languages are there? What are the frameworks there? We will discuss. So to developing any application with backend code, we require to learn any one language and language related frameworks. For example, Java. Java, if you are learning as Java means core Java, advanced Java are the languages. So in the Java side, frameworks are Spring is there, guys. Spring is there, Struts there, Hibernate is there, Hibernate is there. So like any one course, any one framework you are going to learn. So if I'm taking as .NET, .NET side means C# is there. So there ASP.NET is there framework. ASP.NET is there. MVC framework is there. MVC framework. Like anything you are going to be learning, guys. Okay. Now Python, guys. Python side. Python is a language. Python side framework is Django framework. Django framework. Or else Flask framework. Flask framework. Like anyone you are going to be choosing. So why we are choosing Django only? Why not choosing Flask framework right now? I will explaining. Wait some time. Clear this one? So any one language you need to learn. Already we chosen Python. After learning Python, any one framework. That is now we are going to choose Django framework. Got it? So nowadays, guys, this Python is called a general purpose programming language. Python is called as a general purpose programming language. This Java and .NET having good market from last 20 years onwards, guys. But from last 5 years onwards, this Python is dominating these two things, guys. Python is dominating these two things. So many projects are coming with Python, guys, in the organizations. That's why people are learning, so many people, Python. Especially, guys, olden days, all freshers learning Java or else .NET only. Java or .NET only. But nowadays, a lot of people are learning freshers also. Python. That's why all Java side faculties, .NET side faculties, from last 20 years onwards, who are teaching this Java courses, those all are now teaching Python also. I mean Python is having that good market. Coming future is totally Python only. Okay, that's why we need to learn this Python language. So nowadays Python we can call like a general purpose programming language. How do you say, guys? Python is a general purpose programming language. Means So after learning Python, guys, after learning Python, we can go to the data science, guys. We can go to the data science. We can learn data science. We can learn artificial intelligence. We can learn deep learning. We can learn deep learning, guys. We can learn machine learning, and we can learn Django framework, guys. We can learn Django framework. Django framework, and we can learn Flask framework. We can learn robotics, guys. We can learn robotics. Like n number of courses we can take it, guys. After learning the Python. After learning the Python. That's why Python is a general purpose programming language to learn these all courses. To learn these all courses, guys. Okay, na? So here each course is joined by 100 people, guys. Just assumption. Just assumption. Each one is joined by 100 people, guys. So now my Django framework also joined by 100 people. Flask 100 people. Robotics 100 people. So the people who are learning, guys, these all courses. So these all people required to learn what? Python. After learning Python only, 100 people are going to data science, 100 people are going to data artificial intelligence, and one more 100 deep learning, like that, splitting all the people. So totally 6 courses here, for example, means 600 people required to learn this Python, guys. Required to learn this Python. That's why this Python language is getting more demanding nowadays. Got it, everyone? So now can see, guys, after learning Python, why required to choose this Django framework only? Why not others? Why not others? Means, so guys, if you want to learn any course, guys, any framework related course, so maybe data science or artificial intelligence or deep learning, anything. If you want to learn any course within the less time with less cost, that is Django only. So you are spending 2 months, for example, Python, guys. So 1.5 month for Django you are spending. 1.5 month Django you are spending, guys. So if you want to learn this data science or artificial intelligence, these all things, maximum Django 2 months you can take it, guys. Maximum 2 months. But if you want to learn this data science, these all things, nearly 6 months time is required, guys. Nearly 6 months time is required. And also to learn this data science, artificial intelligence, these all things, 20 to 30,000 cost required, guys. 20 to 30,000 cost you need to spend to learn these courses. But here less than 5k, less than 5k. So very less amount you are going to be spending, guys. And within the less cost, with less time, we can complete the Django framework and we can get the jobs more easily. Using the Django, we will get a lot of jobs, guys. Got it? So that's why people are choosing this Django framework. That is one reason. And another reason is if you want to developing the web applications like Flipkart, Amazon, Swiggy, Zomato, Facebook, WhatsApp, like these kind of applications, if you want to design, then we are going to learn this Django framework. Using the Django framework, we can developing the web applications. That is the reason, guys. Okay, using the Flask also we can developing the web applications, guys. We can developing the web applications. But compared to Flask framework, why required to learn this Django framework? Means, so nowadays this Django is only getting lot of market. Flask is having less market, guys. For example, can see here. So if you are learning, guys, this Django, if you are learning this Django, so 90%, guys, 90% projects, 90% projects are going on the Django framework. Using the Django framework, 90% projects are starting, guys, in the organization. If 100% projects there means only 10% projects are going using the Flask, guys. This is 90% projects using what? Django. Using Django. So only 10% projects are going using the Flask, guys. That's why we are giving what priority? So we are giving to priority Django, guys. Why means 90% projects there, more projects there on the Django. That's why we are going to get more interview calls for the Django. That is one reason. And let's, guys, so if you are learning this Django, guys, so in the Django we are having one ORM structure, guys. Django to database, Django to MySQL, Django to Oracle, Django to MongoDB. Like that, if you want to communicating any one database, guys, so Django is providing one ORM layer. ORM layer it is providing, guys. ORM queries we are going to write here using the ORM layer. Okay. So for the database, guys, MySQL DB is there. If you want to get all records from MySQL database using the Django, one query, ORM, object relational mapping. Later we have big session about that. We will discuss more clearly, guys. So in Django, we are going to create one ORM query to accessing all records. Okay. So now in your Django, guys, maybe you may be using MySQL DB, Django to MySQL, or maybe you are using Oracle, guys, Django to Oracle, or maybe you are using MongoDB. Okay. So now different databases, anyone you can use, guys. So many DBs there, MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, like this, so many, guys. So our Django ORM query is converting automatically into particular database format, whatever we are using. Okay. So Django related ORM query we are writing, as that ORM query is common for all the databases what you want to use in our project. So we are not writing a separate database related queries. That is one of the benefit using the ORM layer. For example, if you are taking the Flask, guys, if you are taking the Flask, okay. So here separate SQL query, MySQL query separately we are writing, and then Oracle related separately we are writing, and MongoDB related separately we are writing, guys. So here separate SQL queries there, guys. Structured query languages. So database to database, these structures are changing, guys. Now this is belongs to what? MySQL related, and this is belongs to Oracle related. Okay. So now like this there, guys, all the things. Yeah. So guys can see here what is happening means, using the Flask, one SQL query I'm writing, as so if you want to use MySQL DB in your Flask application, MySQL format related SQL query we are writing, and if you want to use Oracle format related SQL query we are writing, MongoDB related SQL query we are writing. Means what database we are using, the database related SQL queries we are writing. That is making burden on the developers. For example, initially I used MySQL, guys. So for the MySQL purpose, all MySQL queries I created. After 2 months, my company people are deciding to use the Oracle, guys. Oracle. Then all places wherever you are writing SQL queries, those all queries we need to remove and we need to recreate Oracle queries. So that is all wasting time. A lot of burden is there. Okay, a lot of cost of the project increasing, and performance reducing, like a number of problems there, guys. So if it is a Django, then so for the Django ORM layer you are using. So right now MySQL I'm using, guys. After 2 months my company people wants to use Oracle. Just Oracle database settings you are giving, what database you are using, that settings you are writing only. Automatically our ORM query is converted into Oracle format. No need of changing the queries. That is one of the benefits. That's why nowadays people are choosing the Django framework after learning the Python language. Guys, understanding this one? Not only these things, guys, so many advantages there. Django framework providing a number of advantages. One by one, we will discuss. So many are there. Got it? Yes, guys. Now, by using the Django framework, we are going to be developing the applications more easily, guys. Within the less time, with less cost, we are going to. That's why this Django framework is getting more demanding. So how Django we are getting the benefits using the other frameworks, means one small example we will take it. That is in Python only you are learning. The same example we will discuss in the Django also, guys. Why means Django is developed purely by using the Python only. Got it? So guys, in Python, I want to print one hello message. I want to print one hello message. Then print hello you are going to use. Am I right? Print hello. So here as a developer guys, in our Python as a developer, if we knows about what is the use of print method, then we are able to print the message hello. Enough. Just you are going to learn about this definition. So if it is a Java guys, if it is a Java, so in Java to print this hello, we need to write a class name message, and in Java curly brace syntax we are using as so now in the curly brace group of statements we can write so static public static void main main string args list of args again curly brace you are going to start and after that here system dot predefined class and predefined object and predefined method guys print print ln predefined method now here you are going to write hello and then semicolon also required guys okay na? So now you can see guys here. So in Python, if you knows about only print method behavior, then you are able to print the hello message. But in Java, if you want to print this hello message, what is the class keyword? What is the message class name guys? What is public? What is static? What is void? What is the main? What is the string? Args? And then system out println, like these all things we need to learn guys, we need to learn. And also this curly brace is also having meaning guys, group of statements we are maintaining, and this semicolon structure also required for every end of the line, end of the statement, semicolon required. If this is missing also Java returns error. Okay na? So as a Java developer, if you are learning about these all definitions, then we are able to print hello, means which is making a lot of burden on the developers. Am I right? So in this page guys, public we can use, private we can use, protected we can use, default also we can use. Okay na? So here also so many we can use, the wide, int, float, like n number of values we can use. So at what time, at what keyword we are going to use, this all knowledge is required. So as a developer we need to put more concentration on these all basic terms, then only we are able to print messages. Okay na? So that's why this Python is getting more demanding guys. Why means easiest code is there, single line. So here more lines of code is there. So using the Python less lines of code you are writing, using the Java more lines of code you are writing guys. Less lines code are there means that means within the less time we are going to get the output. Within the less time you are getting output means performance is increasing guys. Application performance is increasing, and less lines is there means readability is increasing, human understandability is there guys, readability increasing, complexity is decreasing. So like using the Python so many benefits there, but using the Java lot of drawbacks there. Here more lines we are writing, obviously more time is taking to developing the code. If more time taking means cost of the project increasing, and the duration of the project increasing, and the readability is decreasing, readability decreasing guys because of more lines. Complexity is increasing because of more lines. Okay na? And increasing the burden on developers while writing these all lines of code. So that's why nowadays people are giving a high priority to learn this Python language and Python language related frameworks. Got it guys? So Django framework is developed purely by using the Python language. So using the Django we are going to developing the web applications guys. Using the Java related frameworks guys, like Spring, Hibernate. So 10,000 lines code you are writing guys. 1,000 lines code you are writing, 1,000 lines code you are writing to developing one project. The same project using the Python if you are developing guys, using the Python, then less than 500 lines code is enough guys. Less than 500 lines code is enough. Obviously half of the time you are saving, and half of the lines you are saving. More lines code you are saving means cost saving, duration saving, project duration guys. So within the less time guys, one point remember, all company people are focusing on one point, that is within the less time with less cost we need to developing the best application. That is every organization expecting. So using the Django framework we are going to get that feature, that benefits. With less time with less cost we are developing the best application compared to the other frameworks. That's why this Python and Python related Django framework is getting more demanding nowadays. Clear understanding this one, everyone? Why required to learn this Django means, that is the reason. And also one more small reason you can take it, guys. Why you are choosing Python only, and using Python only Django is developed, guys. So while developing the Django coding, Python rules only we are following. That's why I'm talking about the Python, guys. Just 2 points. So here in Python, if you want to create data, guys, int, I mean just a equal to 10 you are writing. Hence no variable declaration, guys. Based on the value, dynamically memory is going to be creating. If it is a Java, guys, if it is a Java, int a equal to 10 required, then only creating like this, semicolon also required. So in this number 10 place, if I'm giving like this, guys, then immediately this line going to return error. But in our Python, guys, but in our Python, if I'm taking like this, no errors there. Why means float memory is going to be created. Based on the value, memory is going to be created. But here int a means in the a variable integer memory, integer type of value only required. Like you are specifying before only, guys. Before assigning the value, you are assigning that information. Only integer value is required here. So this is a static data type we are calling, guys. And our Django supporting dynamic, our Python supporting dynamic data types. Dynamic data types. So that's why this Python is getting more demanding. And the same structure we are using in the Django also. That's why Django is also having more demanding nowadays. Clear this one, everyone? Yeah, guys. So remember these points, guys. Remember these points. So in the next session, guys, in the next session, history about the Django, who developed, when developed, where developed, why developed. This Django framework, why developing, where developing, okay, when developing, like these all points, history, knowledge purpose, and also why our framework name taken as Django only, why not other name? Why not taking your name, my name? Why taken Django only? That is one reason. And advantages there, guys. These all are common advantages. With less time, with less cost, we are going to developing best application. So along with those, Django having lot of features, guys. For example, ORM structure is one feature. ORM structure is one feature. Same like n number of features there. What are the features there? And along with Django, lot of applications coming, ready-made application. What applications are coming? With all things in the next session, I will show you guys. I will explaining. Okay, na? So I'm going to stop now this recording, and you guys can ask whatever you have doubts, guys. Okay. So thank you. Wait. Yeah, guys. So what is your any queries? So somebody is asked, who is Ravi Teja? So you are in the OOPS concept, guys. No problem, guys. So you are going to already you are learning OOPS means successfully you can understand in the Django. Don't worry. Don't
Sir?
worry, guys. Tell me.
So I'm
Yeah,
passed
come
out
on.
in 2018 BSc Computer Science.
2018.
18.
Okay, no problem.
Now
Up
I
to
am
4
trying to
years gap,
fresher
guys.
up.
Up to 4 years gap, people can learn no problem easily. Lot of people are getting by putting 4 years experience also. From last 2 months onwards, so many people called me, guys. Almost more than 20 people. All people they kept experience 3 years, 4 years, and freshers having more interviews in these 2 years, guys. So 2020 Corona pandemic situation came. Okay, so that's why MNC companies are deciding a lot of freshers we are going to hire on the Python side. Don't worry, you will get it. Yeah.
So,
Any
sir,
other?
what type of product should we... Hello?
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, what type of project should we put on resume, sir?
That is your
If
wish,
I want
guys.
to...
Generally e-commerce related nowadays lot of applications, web applications, they are e-commerce related like Amazon site, Flipkart site, Swiggy, Zomato. That is your wish, banking related or networking related. That is all your wish.
No, you're also teaching some project, no, sir? That's why I'm asking that type of project I can...
I'm teaching. This is a social media related, like a web application. This one. I mean, like in our Facebook, we are posting some images, guys. Some articles we are posting, or else Twitter, you can take it. In the Twitter, a lot of users are going to create a registration and they are login. After that, they are going to do tweeting. I mean, nothing but some posts they are posting. Okay, so those posts can see by others. Your post only you can update, you can delete. Like this kind of information, I'm going to handle.
So you are teaching some project, so that project I can mention on resume?
As a fresher or experience?
As experience, sir. Actually, I'm 2019 pass out.
No. I mean, experience means you need to put more projects, 2-3 projects you need to add. So that is how we are handling real-time coding to get knowledge purpose. I'm teaching, guys. Okay, na? To get the knowledge purpose. For example, in that program, registration login is there. Once if you are learning that registration and login, how we are handling. So in every project, you can take it lot of projects, Gmail project or Swiggy or Zomato. In every project, we are going to do registration, we are going to do login. Same kind of behavior is there. We have presentation changing. Login presentation, registration pages, presentation changing. But backend code is same. So in one project, I'm making all the concepts what required to developing the other projects. Okay. So same registration backend code is there. Yeah, tell me.
So when you are creating resume, then you can help me, sir. What type of project should I mention?
No problem, definitely. And
Sir,
here
actually,
somebody is asking database. Tell me, wait.
I having also 2-year gap, 2019 pass out electronics department communication.
Okay.
So I want to also put 2 years experience and then I should join any company.
Definitely, guys. You need to learn subject. If you have subject knowledge good, how much years gap you are having, that is not a matter. Subject is important. You are having only 2 years, 4 years gap putting
Yes,
also people are getting job. Okay, na?
Okay.
And right now I have one batch. In that batch, mechanical background people and civil background people there, and they selected as a fresher also, guys. My course is also not completing. They selected as a fresher. That is all student capability, guys. Some people without learning any course also in the campus selection only they are getting jobs. Okay, that is all student capability, and we are giving a platform how we are developing the applications, what concepts required, like these all things. And day to day, if you are doing practice, then after completing your course, immediately you can crack the interviews. Okay, and the database asking somebody, Mayur, any database we can use, guys. Any database we can use with our Django. So one database, MySQL, I'm going to teach here regularly. And the one database, how we are connecting. If you know any DB, you can connect the same way, same process. Particular DB related, every DB related, one separate modules there, third party modules. We are going to installing that module and of that. So how we are going to install in that module, these all things I will show you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello, sir. Nadi 17 password, sir. Nadi.
Yeah.
Hello. 17 password to koncham. 1 minute. Okay. 17 password nadi.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Password అయితే కొంచెం బ్యాక్లాస్ వల్ల నాది 19 లో పాస్వర్డ్ అయింది అది.
ఓకే.
అప్పుడు ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ నేను ఎలా పెట్టాలంటా?
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీకు 19 లో క్లియర్ అయితే మీకు పాస్అవుట్ 19 అనే వస్తుంది కదా.
ఓకే.
సో మీ 19 అనే పెట్టాలి. యాక్చువల్ మీ
అప్పుడు నాది ఫ్రెషర్.
your regular pass-out is 17, but you are completing in the 19 because of backlogs. So
ఓకే.
your certificates also you are getting with the 19 pass-out only.
ఓకే సార్. ఇప్పుడు
Then definitely you need to put 19 only.
కాదంటండి, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఫ్రెషర్ పెట్టాలి లేకపోతే ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ పెట్టాలంటాను.
That is your wish, guys. So if you are putting pressure means very easily you can crack the interviews. I can handle experience like that if you are thinking, that is your wish.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు నాది గ్యాప్ వచ్చింది కదా, 2 years గ్యాప్ వచ్చింది కదా. ఇప్పుడు నాకు అడిగితే క్వశ్చన్ అడిగితే దాన్ని బట్టి నేను ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ పెడితే మేలు కదా అంటున్నా.
No problem. 19 you are passing, okay? So what you have
Okay.
done in these 2 years, people are asking. So after completing my education, I learned my course and later I'm trying to job. Now I got it job like that. You can tell. Until now I'm not getting. Right now I'm searching job like that. Otherwise, if you are putting experience after completing my education, immediately I got the job. I have this 2 years of experience like that. You can tell it. That is all.
అది కాదు సార్, ఇప్పుడు నాకు పైథాన్ అయిపోయింది. అది డిజాంగో మీరు చెప్పారు కదా, డిజాంగో దానికి ఎన్ని నెలలు పడుతుంది?
45 days, guys. Roughly 50 days.
సరే సార్, మీకు ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఎన్ని నెలలు సార్? మామూలుగా ఏమనుకోబాకండి సార్.
No problem. So I have 5 years of experience.
5 years. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Tell me, guys, any other?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sujit. This is Sujit.
Yeah, tell me. Sujit,
sir,
tell me.
I completed my BTech in 2011.
Okay.
And in 2017, I got a job as desktop engineer. Okay. Due to I did job up to 2011 to 2017. 2017 to till date, I'm working as a desktop engineer, sir.
Okay.
Already learned what we call Python. Now I am learning Django. Can I go change my domain, sir?
See, right now you have 2 years experience practically.
Yes,
I mean, in the domain.
20 to 20.
Okay. Yeah. So by putting that one, you can do as what you done previously job, and that is, and right now gap what is there, you can totally put experience. So previously I worked as a desktop employee, desktop engineer. So later I learned these all technologies, and right now I'm deciding to learn. I'm deciding to shift my domain as a programming developer. Like you can cover. Otherwise, if you are learning more completely all the subject, so previous experience also you can show like Python developer only. In your resume, guys, in your certifications, people are not giving you done this development, you done this development like that. Simply they are giving like a software engineer like that. Experience letter they are giving. In my company, the last 2 years from so and so date, this person worked like that, certification they are given. So simply you can show. Best example, before Corona, guys, 2020, before Corona, just after 1 week Corona when coming, before that one batch completed. So in that batch, one person like you, same, the person is doing BPO job, 2 persons in that group, BPO jobs they are doing. So night shift they are doing, guys. So parallelly they are learning Python. They resigned to that night shift job, and they got marriage also. So that's why they resigned the job and they learned Python. Immediately, suddenly lockdown came. After lockdown, immediately they got job by putting 4 years experience. So they have 4 years experience on the what is that one, BPO side. So they showed all 4 years experience on the Python.
Okay, sir, I should mention that I have worked as a desktop engineer in resume, sir.
Yeah,
up to
no
that.
problem. Yeah,
No problem. Okay.
Last 2 years I worked as like that. Now I'm getting job like this.
Okay, sir. I should mention from 2011 to 2016, sir.
Okay.
Company will ask.
Come again.
Sir,
Sir?
in 2011, I have completed my BTech now. I have told
Okay.
my just
Ah.
from 2011 to 2016, how we should clear that experience.
So, that is guys, these all things we are planning also, we are unable to tell correctly. So that is directly we are showing our knowledge in the interviews only. So previously what about one person I told we done on the BPO side job. So the person 2012 pass out, guys, 2012 pass out. Okay.
Okay.
And later he tried for government job some years, 2-3 years he tried. And later he joined in the BPO side job, and he worked 3.5 years. Okay, and he got married also. Later he decided, okay, BPO side up to some range, up to some salary we are getting, like example every month 50,000 like that. After that we are not getting more packages, like that the person decided. That's why they changed domain. So that is all based on your subject knowledge. People are not considering gap.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
even though 20 years gap you are having, that is the people are not considered as how much how many years you done previously work. Only in your resume you are putting 4 years experience. These 4 years really you are done or not, that is only focusing.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Done.
Yeah.
Do you prepare any consultancy, sir?
Sir?
I mean, I'm not maintaining as consultancies. If anybody want, I'll give you some reference. I'll give you some names, consultancy names. Whatever the doubts you have, everything you can ask. Don't go blindly. Okay, sir told about this consultancy, so I'll blindly trust him like that. So whatever you have doubts, everything you can ask, and if you are trusting, you can take it. And already so many people they interacted with that consultancy. Experience.
Okay, sir.
Okay, na? That is your
Okay,
wish. So any other?
So, sir, consultancy for experience certificate, na sir?
Yes, freshers not required.
So, sir, actually, I'm from Delhi, sir. So, that consultancy you are suggesting, that consultancy from Hyderabad only, na?
Means not only Hyderabad, actually the consultancy maintaining in Hyderabad, but people are maintaining companies in different location, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, like this different locations they are maintaining. So you are belongs to any location, no issue. So you are working where, that is important. Okay, na? So those people are giving a certification, you are working on Mumbai, in Mumbai company you are working. So in so and so company, this person working every month, this person getting so and so salary, like this pay slips, bank statements, like these all things they are providing, and you can show those certificates to your company.
Sir, as per knowledge, just I want to one more question, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, if I putting 2 years experience, so minimum salary, how much? If I'm going to join any company as a 2 year of experience?
Good question, guys. That
As
is
per your
depending
knowledge,
on yes, depending on company standard, guys. Depending on company standard. For example, as a fresher, you are getting job assumption. You are getting one job as a fresher. So if you are joining in MNC companies, guys, like TCS, Wipro, Google, like some MNC companies, if you are joining, minimum 3 lakhs package they are giving as per their company standard as a fresher also. Okay, na? But if you are joining in normal small companies, there, guys, small companies, they are giving 10,000 per month or 20,000 per month, like that. So based on our company, what we are putting in our resume, that is depending on that salary is there. And the Python related more packages we are getting as for 2 years experience, easily we can ask 4 lakhs to 5 lakhs.
for 2 year experience, no, sir?
Yeah, minimum you can ask. No problem.
So let me know one thing.
Yeah.
Sir, I have completed my MCA PG.
Yeah.
In 2021, in this year only.
Okay. Good.
I have knowledge on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Python also.
Okay.
But now I am willing to learn Django also.
Okay.
But I want to know, is there any opportunities for freshers on Python?
Yes, sir, definitely. So many vacancies are there on Python, guys. As a fresher, so many calls are coming. Okay, na? So while learning courses, sometimes I'm going to give that information also in so and so company as a fresher interest going. If you are able to, if that requirement is suitable to you, you can attend, you can apply for that. Like that, I'm giving information also. So many people, guys, fresher, they are getting job on Python. So many people.
I want to become full stack developer.
Yeah.
Is it require any experience, sir?
No, if you want to becoming like a full stack developer in our Django course, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, these knowledge I'm telling. Okay, na front end related. And
Yeah.
full stack developer means more other things also there. JavaScript, jQuery, DOM, AngularJS, React.js, like so many. So real time as a full stack developer, real time full stack developer, if you want to becoming like Angular, you need to learn guys, Angular 11, React.js, these things. Separate courses going, separate 2 months time they are taking, and separate money you need to pay, and you need to learn those courses. Okay,
Okay, sir. Thank
any
you,
other?
sir.
Can I close session? I have other session. People are waiting.
Okay, sir. Please inform me, sir. Is there any opportunities for freshers?
Any drive
Definitely,
for
guys.
Python?
Whenever I'm taking the resumes, not resumes, your mails, I'm going to take your mails to say regular concepts, programs or material. That time, if any vacancies are there, already my old people, or else not only my people, guys, from our Durga shop, the people who are already getting job, okay, those people when interviews are going in their company, they are giving information. So just we are passing that information to students. Sometimes the students directly called, sir, in my company so and so vacancies are going, if anybody is there, can inform, like that they are giving. So those information we will pass.
Sir,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Durga Soft arranging some drives, sir.
Sometimes arranging, guys, before corona exactly, lot of times they are conducting, Durgasoft conducting a special drive. So companies are coming to our office, and all the people, pressures, majorly pressures, guys, so writing a written test, all the things, if they are qualified, and they are going to get the job, definitely. So right now online, everything is online. So in this online, directly people are applying for resumes, they are applying in the Naukri, directly they are attending. So I think recently Durgasoft is not conducting drives, but information giving to the students.
So if I'm putting 2 years experience, sir.
Yeah.
If I'm putting 2 years experience on my resume, then what type of company should I apply? Like a startup company or MNC company, sir? Which will be better for me?
So always for every career, guys, MNC company means we are getting a lot of benefits, and a lot of luxuriness is there. Okay, but as a fresher, if you are having good knowledge, startup company is better, guys. Small company. Why means there you are going to get a lot of subject. You are only going to work on back end, work on front end, work on DB side. Everything you are only going to work. So subject knowledge you are getting too much, but you are getting a lot of burden also. So 1 year, 2 years, if you are bearing those all burdens, later you can easily play your career as a developer.
So, sir, salaries also depend on location, na, sir?
Also depending on location. For example, if you are getting in the Bangalore or Mumbai or something, so if you are getting job in the MNCs, so only one particular area you are working, remaining all other areas we are forgetting knowledge. Okay, so we are not developing as a programming developer. In normal companies means, for example, in Hyderabad, if you are getting, so they are going to give a lot of tasks, lot of roles to you only, back end role, front end role, DB role, admin role, like all the things, depending on company capability.
Like a full stack developer, na?
Yes. You are developing with back end, guys. After completing back end, no one is there front end. You are only going to start front end also. Small companies expecting that one. You know? Unnecessarily they are
More
not
money.
paying. small companies, they are not paying unnecessarily money. If you are doing work only, they are going to pay money. Okay, na?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
That's why company is not a matter, guys. Some people are thinking as a fresher, I didn't get a job in the TCS, a job in the IBM like that. You are joining in IBM or you are joining in normal company. That is not a matter as a fresher. So after joining, work is there or not, that is important. If work is there, are you able to do that work or not, that is matter. So guys, you are joining for 5 months for every, 5,000 for every month or 10,000 for every month or 30,000 for every month or 50,000 for every month. That is not matter starting in your career. Okay. After completing 3 years, guys. So one person, for example, Sujita, joined in one company as a fresher with 3 lakhs package starting. So Ravi joined another company with 1 lakh only package. Means for every month nearly 10,000 something, 1 lakh 1,20,000, just assumption. So 10,000 salary they joined. But after completing 3 years, guys, after completing 3 years, so this Ravi also can expect what this Sujit getting. Okay, after 3 months, 3 years completing, Sujit is going to get for example 6 lakhs. Okay, na? After completing 3 years, this Ravi also after completing 3 years, 6 lakhs can expecting. Okay, na? So 3
Yes.
years working is important. Later we can play, guys, easily. Guys, I'm going to stop now. 11:30 already I have other class. People are waiting. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. Don't miss it. Tomorrow all the basic advantages and history, everything you are going to get, guys. 3 demos if you are attending, then you will get knowledge.
Okay. So the duration is 45 days, no, sir?
Yeah, 45 days working sessions required, guys, mandatory. Based on the practice, one week maybe extending. 50 working
Okay.
sessions roughly.
Means approximately a maximum is 2 months, no?
Roughly. Sometimes people are attending the Sundays also. Actually, Monday to Saturday I'm taking. If sometimes people are interested, Sundays also we are taking, then early we are completing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So, for example, right now after your session, I have another session. In that session, people there, all employees only there. They required within 3 weeks batch. Within 3 weeks. That's why every day 2 hours I'm taking regular session. Very soon I'm completing. Like that, depending on situation.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
na?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. See you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.